Welcome to the LIT86 Ranch.
We searched high and low for 9 months for the perfect property for LIT86.
And a special thanks goes out to Kevin and Corey at the G team to help make this possible.
They really know their stuff. They've been servicing Wilson County and the surrounding areas since 1982.
And I've known Kevin longer than that. I was in diapers first time I met that guy.
So clearly, his friend is very resilient, very patient, and very brave. To learn more, go to the QR code below or dial the number on your screen. For 12 years, Jason Goolsby did not miss a day of drinking. Today, he's sober, and he's here to share his story of overcoming alcohol addiction.
Walking out of the shadow, stepping into the light, up and down some bad roads, now I'm living it right.
Welcome, Jason Goolsby.
Thank you.
So tell us about your drinking career and how it began.
Well, I grew up in a teetotaler Baptist family. A lot of people don't know what teetotaler means. There's no permissible use of alcohol,
That's
period.
right.
I didn't know why my family was like that so much. I thought it was purely religious reasons, and there was a history there. So my family knew it was my parents knew it was in my DNA, you know. When I was 13 or 14 years old, we had a camp out, and some older boys, 16 or 17, came over and they brought a fifth of vodka and a gallon of Sunny Delight.
Sunny D. It's a party.
I remember pouring the orange juice out enough to fit the vodka in there. I remember thinking when that stuff started flowing through my veins, it was, you know, looking back on it, it was a moment when I was just like, oh my gosh, I have found this thing, you know. I've always been outgoing and whatnot, but it was like Super Jason went to extra Super Jason.
So Jason, you drank every day for 12 years. And did anyone know?
You know, I certainly, my wife, then fiance, she knew. I mean, when you have that, your system is so saturated with that. People smell you,
That's right.
I mean,
it's so true.
Yeah.
Was there a deadline that you set for yourself where
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop drinking at?
I was in my late 20s, you know, 27, 28 years old, and I said, I'll stop when I'm 30.
Yeah.
And 30 came and went, and well, you know, I'll start next week. I'll stop next week.
Yeah.
You know, I remember being in a recovery meeting and looking at a book on a shelf, and the name of the book was "I'll Quit Tomorrow." I'm like, I'm not the only person that thought that.
What a great title! You're like, I could have written
There's
that.
other people that thought that. Yeah, I could have written that. Yeah,
I could have written that book.
That was my motto for a long time. So 30 came and went, and it was 36 when I finally stopped, quit.
So tell us about the letter you received and why it was the catalyst for the change.
Well, I had a single car accident in August of 2009, and it was the first time that I'd really gotten in trouble with alcohol. You know, I had that on a Friday night, and by that next Tuesday, I was in a treatment facility. And you know, you sober up for like 14 days, and they give you some tools there that you start learning about recovery. Well, one of my good friends from high school sent me this letter, and it was essentially talking about his experience. He was like me, grew up in the church, had that drug problem, drug to church 3 times a week, and he mentioned that he was in a Bible study one Wednesday night, and then he had this revelation when they were studying the parable of the wheat and the tares. Can I read that for you?
Absolutely.
The parable of the wheat and the weeds, or tares. King James Version will say tares. He presented another parable to them. The kingdom of heaven may be compared to a man who sowed good seed in his field, but while people were sleeping, his enemy came, sowed weeds among the wheat, and left. When the plant sprouted and produced grain, then the weeds also appeared. The landowner's slaves came to him and said, "Master, didn't you sow good seed in your field? Then where did the weeds come from?" "An enemy did this," he told them. "So do you want us to go and gather them up?" the slaves asked. "No," he said. "When you gather up the weeds, you might also uproot the wheat with them. Let both of them grow together until the harvest. At harvest time, I'll tell the reapers, gather the weeds first and tie them in bundles to burn them, but store the wheat in my barn. Of course, to me, I felt like, well, you know, he's telling me that I may not either, you know.
Were you
Or
offended at all? You
No,
know, some people might be like, why are you sending me this?
I was so broken and such in a dark place.
Yeah.
Like I would have taken any kind of help, you
Wow.
know. I remember sitting and reading that, and I remember it was at night underneath this little lamp because I had a roommate, you know. I kept that, still have that letter somewhere.
So I would encourage anyone that has felt maybe a little nudge to write a letter to someone and it keeps coming up, like almost like a beach ball, keeps popping up, keeps popping up. I think that means you should really write the letter. And just like Jason spoke to, it changed his life. And he wasn't offended, he was so desperate. I think sometimes we're so worried about how something's gonna be received so we don't do it, but it's not about us. It's about potentially truly helping someone else.
And
So
what is the Word of God is good for, you know, reprimand,
yes.
for change. That's what
Yeah.
we're told that it's for. So
Yeah.
why not use it
Yeah.
as such?
All right, guys, today we have Jason Goolsby. He's from season 1, episode 3. So I'll do season 1, episode 3. Jason he was a closet alcoholic. So he started when he was like, what, 14 years old? Is that
Yeah,
what it
I
was?
14 at a high school party. So I was thinking, and they were using Sunny Delight mixed in with vodka. So I was thinking maybe the 128 ounce Sunny Delight.
Definitely, 128 ounces. Just trying to do the quick math on that, what, 7 or 8 pounds?
Yeah.
No, more than that, but yeah.
I mean, we get a bunch of, or several of them.
That's a lot of weight, and liquid water is what, 12 pounds per gallon. I'm just thinking something, we want to hit that with something big and fast.
Yeah.
Okay, but you got to find a balance. Of course, the cameras can play with the slow-mo and frames and all that.
I think it looked good.
They'll do all that, but yeah, and then the color, man. Make it as orange as you can.
Right, yeah. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be orange.
Aren't you glad of that? We could actually do different colors too. It didn't have to be
Yeah, it doesn't have to
one.
be orange.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, all kinds of
Okay.
stuff.
And obviously that's going to be a shotgun, right?
It maybe.
Or something with high
We can try.
caliber.
We can
Like-
try a couple of different things.
So
yeah,
for sure a shotgun, right?
yeah, definitely.
For one of them, yeah.
Maybe something with a high velocity. Is that
We
right?
need
Rip through it?
velocity. Let's
Big caliber, high velocity.
let the cameras do the work on the impact. So that
Have you
has
seen
to.
our camera guys? They don't do nothing. We let them do the work.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Okay. All right. We'll go with it. So shotgun or some kind of lower caliber than a 50 caliber, right?
Yeah, 50's too much.
Less
We-
than
What about
50.
223?
Less than.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's good. We don't have to be that far away.
300 blackout, 223?
We could try a couple of things. We could try shotgun.
223.
And the thing about shotgun is so versatile with the different types of loads. I mean, you got, what is that? That's number 4, which is terribly underrated. And you got this slug, that's too much. Yeah, even birdshot might work at close distance.
This is birdshot on shotgun.
Just leave that part of it open.
Leave this open.
Just have, if we can be on site that day, have multiples of these ready, maybe 4 of them.
Okay. And so we're going with a 223 here.
That's an option, yeah.
Blackout, right?
The 940, man, I really want to use this. KSG, I know,
Let's do it.
but the 940 or something similar to longer barrel, get a slug.
We can always bring back the whole shooting gallery thing. Like, remember that little, like, carnival stuff, like we did for Maggie? We just
Yeah.
got up into the bar, and that's always fun.
So, okay,
I've been practicing too. I'll hit them this time.
we'll see.
I'm putting handgun down on
Brutal.
I'm bringing my handgun too.
handgun,
I'll-
and we're going to the keg. And
I'll
we're,
make
we're
sure
gonna
I
do
bring
the
mine.
We're going to call it a shooting range. Because I've seen it before. I've seen it before where they have a display up. It's not a bar, but for him we can do different. It won't be a bar because he's actually a closet alcoholic, right? So what we'll do is it won't be a bar because that's out in public. So what we could actually do, I've seen before they have like a display up and they, it's like a mason jar and they screw it up into the post going across. So it'll be hanging this way. And we just do
Yeah.
the colors. And that's like a shooting gallery. It's not really a bar where you see people.
I like that, but something you said a minute ago, and you've said it a couple of times, this closet aspect. What you're talking about, or something similar, have the target kind of back in a box. It may be a little door.
Boom. Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
That will
I got
work.
you. It's like we do a box.
Yeah,
and
you want
have
to
them line up in a box like it's a closet. But actually put bottles of liquor in there and shoot the bottles of liquor.
Yeah, in the closet.
Brilliant.
And then, the way the cameras are set up, I kind of see the dialogue now. You walk up to it, there's a closet out in the middle of this field where we're doing this. You open up the closet, like, wow, and then everything's in there.
Beautiful,
You're
beautiful.
talking precision shots there, which means
I'm here.
We got that.
you
I
with
got that.
either
It's
one
all
of you,
about
either
me.
one of you with the handguns, no. So we're talking one shot
fun. I like that.
with my platform. Not, I can work with that, but we need to use my platform on that.
I like it.
Sounds good. I can't
Yeah,
wait to
that's
start.
really. These are
It's
also
gonna be so fun.
unique.
Yeah.
These are also unique.
Yeah. And I'll have to hit it with, I need to hit it 705 yards. I'll do it. Okay, I got it. With my handgun. Gotcha.
He plays a lot of video games, doesn't he?
Call of Duty.
All right, let's roll.
And it would be great if, if I came out of that treatment facility and I was like, that was it, there was this,
Yes, yay.
ta-da!
Yeah. Woohoo!
This is where the story ends.
Yeah.
It still took not quite a year and a half, maybe 14, 15 months.
It's a process.
Yeah, it is. It's a process. There are many private defeats that come before that public victory,
So what simple prayer did you end up praying to God that really was a game changer?
I came out of that treatment facility and I'd learned a lot of great tools, and I'd always been in church this whole time.
So just because you're in church don't mean you're perfect.
Exactly.
I was in church when I had my affair.
The longer I'm in church, the more I see broken people, and because of my experience, I don't really judge them.
That's right.
It doesn't surprise me,
Yeah.
because this flesh is corruptible. A friend of mine was a pastor of a church. He invited me to a Friends and Family Day. I told him, I already had my church that I'm going to go to, and he said, I know, but, we're trying to get a record number. I think he was just...
Trying to get his numbers up.
He was trying to get me there because he knew what was going on. And
I see.
so he said, well, we're trying to set a record. Why don't you just come this one day? And he preached a sermon about a motion-activated God, kind of like a towel dispenser. How you move and it reacts, and God's like that, And I just remember there was this moment of just trembling and shaking, and this old-fashioned altar call, and I couldn't stop crying. My wife was with me, and I was just absolutely, positively broken. And the devil's telling me, don't listen to them. People are going to stop crying. People are looking at you, and all this stuff. And I couldn't not sit there. Next thing I took a step, and the second one became easier. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm walking to the altar. So I get there, and my wife's following me. I didn't know that, and really at the time, and I just pray, help me, God help me, God help me. I just kept repeating that, but I also said, I've tried it my way. My way didn't work.
Didn't work out too good.
Didn't work. I'm done. When I said I'm done, it is like if you've watched a UFC fight, there's the part where the guy's getting choked and strangled, and he goes,
Yeah, tap
well, you
out.
tap out, and then it's done. And I could breathe again,
Wow.
And there was exhilaration, and I hadn't had that in years. And knowing that my life was going to be different from here on out. And the proverbial, weight off the shoulders. And, it was it was so simple, and I've said this before, we sometimes try to pray fancy prayers or use, pull out a thesaurus and use these fancy words and synonyms, but you know, we have the creator of the universe
Yeah,
that is not going to be impressed
that's right.
by what we say. And it's kind of funny that we try to do that.
That is a good point. But Jason, how long have you been sober? And tell us about your life today and how your addiction actually opened the door of opportunity for your family.
So February 13th, 2011, that was my Valentine's Day gift to my wife.
I'm done.
You get to come home from work tomorrow and your husband's gonna be sober.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We did not have any biological children. And my wife, who was teaching at the time in an alternative school, there was a foster child that came into her classroom, and long story short is he had 3 other siblings. I had remembered one night having the shakes when I was still drinking. I woke up in the middle of the night and telling, you know, God, if you will take this away from me, I'll do anything you want. And so the opportunity came to foster, and then those children, I had made that promise to God, and I felt like he was saying, I've adopted you, grafted you into my vine, here's your chance to do the same. That was the first batch.
Oh. There's another batch.
There's another. Well, if you want to call it another hatch, because she's a birdie.
Are you ready to go out to see what the LIT86 team has ready for you?
Let's go blow up some stuff.
Let's go blow up
Which
some
camera do I
stuff for
look at?
Jesus. I love it. Are you ready for this?
I'm from Alabama, sister. I'm ready to blow up stuff any day of the week.
I'm excited for you to meet the team and see what they have for you for your LIT86 moment.
do it.
We are passing the Eagle's Nest.
10-4, roger, roger. I'll come get the game for you.
10-4.
So who we got coming down to the ranch today?
Today we have Jason Goolsby, season 1, episode 3.
Oh, okay. What was his story again?
Jason was an alcoholic, or I guess you call him a closet alcoholic, for 8 years. He drank a lot by himself, and then I think after that, for the next 5 or 6 years, he came out of the closet. And I think family and friends knew about it, but eventually came totally out of the closet, and eventually was healed by faith. And today we're gonna give him his LIT86 moment.
All right, sounds good to me.
Ah, look who it is.
Here we are.
Here he comes.
Hey guys,
Hey, what's
this
up,
is
man?
Jason
Jason?
Goolsby.
How are you, buddy?
Nice to meet you,
How you
bro.
doing, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, good, good.
Jason, good to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
We call this One Shot. Bubba, my brother-in-law, and of course Kevin.
He calls me a lot of things.
I call him Love, baby.
Just don't call me late for
Yeah.
dinner. That's all.
That's
She
right.
called you in the truck a minute ago.
That's right.
But Goolsby, we are so excited to have you here. Thanks for coming out. And I just want to say, inspiration is contagious. And so what we're about to do today with you is take you through 3 different stations, each one of them representing some of the most challenging, the most trying, difficult times of your life. And we really want you to take yourself back to that moment in time, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, when you felt lost, because we want people to see the emotion and feel it with you and blow up some things for Jesus.
Yeah, we're very excited. But first things first, so we're all about safety on the LIT86 ranch. Tommy here is our LIT86 expert. Have you ever fired a firearm before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, it's great you're familiar with him, and we're going to use Tommy. We want our safety guy to go over your stuff with you while you're here on our ranch.
Well, first thing, everything is unloaded. We don't load these until we're ready to go through a station with you. One thing I've already picked up on as we're standing here, these are all pointed down range, but I'm a little uncomfortable with kind of this one where Les is standing. So it's empty, chamber's open, there's no magazine in there. So I'm actually gonna take this off the table and move it around and holster it. Okay, that's absolutely safe place. So I feel better about that now, so we're good. We were safe, but just want to make sure we're all good to go there. So you see the gun rules over here on this tree. There's probably about 4 more that we can add to that. But the key thing is treat every gun as if it's loaded all the time. Obviously, these are not, but we tend to think that they are. And that's kind of the mindset you want to have. We don't load these until we actually get ready to do something. We communicate, that's another thing. Especially when you've got a lot of people here, we all make sure that everybody understands what the other person is doing. So it's typically one, we all talk to each other, but we kind of have like a range officer, I guess, just to make sure we're communicating. Never aim it at anything that you're not willing to destroy. I mean, that's kind of a strong word, but that's what happens. But firearms can be safe. It's when they're misused, but that's the key thing that you'll see with us here and working with you hands-on is that we want to make sure you're comfortable with this. The overriding thing is the messaging and so forth and what you're experiencing. But we're going to emphasize we're going to be safe through this whole process and step through it. Anytime you don't feel safe with it, let us know.
All right.
Communicate. That's simple. Yeah.
Good.
That's great.
Light it up.
Should we head on to the station number 1? I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's do
Have
this.
some fun.
So excited.
So Jason, I think you know what this represents. Why don't you just tell us the story?
Well, the first time I ever had a drop of alcohol was at a camp out in the woods, and we had a big gallon of Sunny Delight and poured some of it out and put the Heaven Hills vodka in there that we got from a bootlegger because I grew up in a dry county. And yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday when that stuff started coursing through my veins. I was 13 or 14.
Oh my gosh.
And I had no idea that night how many years and what kind of ride it would take me on.
Yeah.
When you're a teenager, you just don't think about that stuff. And it took me. It's kind of sin takes you a lot farther than you ever wanted to go and keeps you there a lot longer than you ever wanted to. And yeah, it was actually not too unlike this, but there's one problem. There's not a fire here.
Oh, boy, I got you covered, brother. I got matches right here. Did it rain yesterday?
No, it's not going. Hold it. Look, here you go. Some butane in there.
That'll work.
Go to the middle. It's a big flame, ain't it?
guys. I got some.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, Tommy. There's your fire, Jason, right there, bro. All right, Jason, you ready for your LIT86 moment?
I am.
All right, before you take a shot, I want you to think back those days in the woods. Go back then and let's erase that past, brother.
All right, let's do it.
Let's LIT86 and light it up, baby.
Blow it up.
Say hello to my little friend.
Get on the ground. So Jason, what we have built for you out here is a closet. Out here in the woods, you see right there. We're not sure what it is yet. Tell me what you feel.
Well, closets are where we hide things, right? And closets are dark, and the Bible says that darkness and light cannot abide in the same place. So for years, I was in the darkness of that closet, 10, 12 years, drank every day. And it's just freedom walking out of that closet and into the light. So
I did. So right now it's kind of dark inside. So there's some addictions hidden inside.
yeah,
So what we're going to do is going to bring that out to the light.
yeah.
And to do that first, we're just going to kind of blow it into the light. Okay?
Blow it up so we can't ever go back.
That's right. That's how I think.
I was the devil's son, a saw the flames grow higher, wasn't able to run. I looked death in the eyes, it set my soul on fire. Now I'm able to fly. Walking out of the shadow, stepping into the light. I've been down some bad roads, now I'm living it right. Walking out of the shadow, walking out of the shadow. Walking out of the shadow. Walking out of the shadow. Won't go back. Walking out of the shadow. Ain't gonna go back. Walking out of the shadows.
Dude, that was awesome, but look over here on the left, on the top shelf. You didn't even aim up there. What's up with that?
Dude, I was a discount drinker. I didn't do any top shelf.
Oh, that's awesome.
So my favorite part of blowing up the Sunny D at the campfire was just the feeling of looking down that sight and just seeing it vanish, just explode. It was great. Just to pull that back, to feel the build up, and then boom, the release, and just to see it get shattered and exploded and obliterated. Similar kind of feeling as to blowing up the gallons of Sunny D around the campfire. It felt good when the walls of the closet fell because there's no going back. That closet is destroyed. That darkness has been replaced with light, and burn the boat's not going back there anymore. So it was good. Jesus means freedom. Absolutely, one word, freedom. A lot of people think that Jesus is a list of rules and don't do this, don't do that, but I have never felt this much freedom the last 13 years.
Jason, thank you so much for joining us today. It was amazing.
You're welcome.
It was the blast.
Yes, yes. Join us next week for more LIT86 moments.
Hey, watch it.
What the?
Oh my. Oh,
This
my
all unclean. It's all unclean.
goodness. This is ridiculous. Where are all the clean, family-friendly, faith-based TV shows?
It's all lazy writing.
Yes, bleep this, bleep that. Someone should turn the tables.
Sometimes when you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Yes, let's get to work.
Heard. We did it!
We did it!
We have 2 shows out now.
Yes, Small Town Testimonies and LIT86. We hope you're enjoying them and we want to bring you more. But we learned a very important lesson about media.
What's that?
It's expensive.
Yes, it is. Dollar bills, y'all.
We need your help. We are looking for Hope Warriors to take a stand for family-friendly, clean media. For only $10 a month,
That's a
you
10.
can make a huge eternal impact for the kingdom. Go to the QR code below to become a Hope Warrior today.